for the serious gamer.
What's up, Next Gen Tactics, Neely here, and I have a Battlefield Bad Company 2 rush video for you on the map Port Valdez. I'm a big Port Valdez fan, and when the demo was first released for Bad Company 2, Port Valdez was the initial map that everyone could play on to test out the game, and Port Valdez it has not become stale for me, so I do enjoy playing it. And what I'm going to talk about in this video are rush tips and tactics, and anything else that comes along the way. Mostly going to focus on some tactics for you guys, and I'll talk about some things that I do wrong. There's some things that I want to share with you to help you guys when it comes to making mistakes in game. And for me, when I make mistakes, it typically gets me killed, so I'm sure most of you can relate to that. So when stuff comes up, I'll talk about that and anything else that comes along the line here. In the beginning there, you saw me shooting at the UAV, and one of the key things with the UAV, especially in Rush, is to not get distracted by it. Especially in the beginning of this game here, I was getting frustrated. I didn't get off to a great start. I think I had about 2 or 3 deaths in a row, and one thing that I did happen to stumble upon was getting distracted by the UAV. It's especially critical in rush mode to not get distracted by that UAV, and I do recommend that you spot it. I think that you need to have someone spot the UAV on your team, or else it's going to make your game a living hell if you allow that UAV to stay up there. But you definitely need to spot it. I think that's number one. But don't let you get yourself distracted by it, especially since I had the UMP-45 right there. Or, I'm sorry, I have the PP-2000 here. Sorry, I got ahead of myself a little bit here. I got distracted by it and I got killed for it. I really recommend that the only time that you do shoot at it is when you obviously have a shot on it. If you know that it's standing still and you can basically take matters into your own hands to shoot it down. So again, don't get frustrated by a bad start. It happens to all of us. And again, don't get distracted by that UAV, even though it is very tempting to try to shoot down and try to do things all yourself. But you know, in the long run, if you can shoot it, shoot it. So that's only if you have the shot. And right here, this guy gets behind the tank, and I don't go after him. I'm not going to rush at him because I know if I do, I'm most likely dead. And I see that there's another tank coming, and he figures out where I'm at. And these trees along this left-hand side, they usually get wiped out fairly easy. And the trick here to Port Valdez is to not, you don't want to rush necessarily as a defender. I think as a defender it is key to push him back to spawn, but in this case, when the trees come down, when the trees are basically uprooted here, it's key to not want to be impatient and rush through areas where it's wide open. And Port Valdez has that problem. Once trees get taken down or uprooted, once debris or cover is taken away, it's definitely key for the defensive team, which is what I'm on right now. It's key for the defensive team to be a little more patient. And obviously, if the offensive team is good enough, they're going to take away your cover. To me, I'm a big advocate of when I rush to take away cover, meaning using your grenade launcher on your assault rifle and trying to take away cover. This map is really important to get through as an attacker, to take out cover and to especially use tanks. And to give this team credit here, they were using the tanks pretty well. I thought they were rushing a little too much with them. Usually with a tank, for the most part, it is actually a long-range vehicle, for the most part. If you have a couple guys that are good in it, and you have a good combination like heavy vehicle armor and maybe alternate fire, you can definitely rush with it. But for the most part, tanks are medium to long range. It's very hard to hit a tank when it's far away with a rocket, believe me. Maybe some of you agree with me on that, maybe some of you don't, but I tend to believe that the tank doesn't always need to rush up. Right here I saw this guy in a ghillie suit, and I was tempted to rush, and I didn't realize there was another guy there. Probably shouldn't have went out and rushed. Probably should have held my ground and made them come to me. You really never want to chase a guy around cover, around corners. Will probably end up getting killed. And you're seeing me here. This is basically tip number 2 I want to give to you guys. Be thorough around these planning areas. I can't stress it enough that for the most part, your teammates are going to get tunnel vision. It happens to me too. It happens to the best of us. But You need to be thorough around these planning areas. If you're not, teams are going to swing wide on you. You'll definitely notice, most of you experienced players, you'll definitely notice that once you take away the middle ground on these maps, and this is especially for Port Valdez, a lot of teams are going to try to go wide, especially when the middle road is taken away and when the trees are uprooted, like where you're seeing right now where I'm looking in my scope. A lot of teams will go along that pipeline down there to the bottom right, and they'll want to loop around. So it's definitely key when you are defending around these planning areas, around the satellite uplinks of A and B. You need to be thorough. Thorough. Yes, thorough. You need to be thorough around the planning areas, or else, for the most part, you're going to get killed from behind. And it's happened to me many times, and I pretty much results in me going, "F you, I hate you, everyone on my team." I know that's not very nice, but you know, when you're in mid-battle, sometimes things get pretty tempting. I can save that discussion for another day, but I salute my teammates with a good middle finger, and then I move on, and I spawn again. But, again, be thorough around these planning areas, and don't stand still, especially when you got snipers shooting at you. That was dumb on my part. I stood still. Rush gameplay, you don't want to stand still. Conquest, you can get away with it more, but with Rush, with everyone going forward, you're going to have snipers that hold in the back, stay in the back of the spawn, and don't stand still. Pretty obvious. It's a duh type of moment, but again, you saw it happen to me. It happens to everyone. We all have our dumb mistakes. And right here, I'm switching it up. I'm going to the M24 here, I believe. I'm watching a very small screen, and I can't tell what sniper yes, M24 right there. And I like the M24, but I'm switching it up. I noticed that the team here on the offensive side, they weren't rushing much, and I think it had a lot to do with cover being taken away. You know, you could take cover away, but it's going to also hurt you. And here, they couldn't really figure out how to rush, and a couple guys went snipers on their team, or they went to the recon kit, and especially that guy right there who's dead. Ouch. But you can see they were sort of trying to come right, but I had it covered a little bit here with the sniper, and my team was pretty aware of the situation. And I'm being a little patient here, but the cover was taken away in the middle of the road, and it's very hard when those trees are also taken away that it sort of works against the offensive team. I know that I said earlier that it is key for the offensive team to also take away the defensive team's cover, but at the same time it can work against the offensive team. As for an example, on this map right here, it's one pathway to attack on this first planning area, and all the trees are gone, and it's just a road. It's a straight road down, so you pretty much know where the offensive team's coming from. So yes, as an offensive attacking team, you can take away cover to hurt the defensive team. Like for an example in Valparaiso, if the offensive team takes away a lot of the trees, a lot of the, I guess, the forest areas on that map, it really hurts the defensive team in terms of sitting back on you. So that's just to give you sort of an example. But on Port Valdez, even though the offensive team should somewhat take away cover, it also can work against you in terms of what's given to you terrain-wise on the map. And again, like I said, that middle road leads right into the big defensive area where the planning satellites are. So again, they sort of really couldn't rush up, or else they're going to die. And obviously, a lot of people don't want to hurt their KDR ratio. But again, I'm switching it up. I'm not afraid to switch it up. You need to be a team player. You saw me in the beginning using the engineer kit, using the PP2000, and I did okay with it. I was spotting out tanks, using my grenade launcher also to take out the tanks. And again, right here, I switched it up, went to the sniper to sort of help long range wise for my team. And I get a couple nice kills. There's nothing too flashy with it. But again, just trying to basically spot to help my team out here in terms of defensive play, and trying not to get killed, and unfortunately I got killed right there. So, to me. But, here we go. Now I switch to the UMP, and again, we're going to hold them off here pretty well. Basically, I'm chilling on the right side, and I'm checking out the left. I believe that a couple people might have got through, but my team is pretty quick to disarm here. And again, I am playing to what's given to me on the map. Again, like I said in the beginning of this video, and like I've hammered home to you guys in this video, as you can see, all the trees on the left side are gone, and that middle road is exposed. And so, when I'm playing back defensive here, I don't really want to be in that area as well, because I can get killed very easily because it's so open. So I'm utilizing the crates here on the right-hand side to stay in cover, and at the same time trying to keep mobile. And right here, kind of a no-no. They planted here, and I didn't realize that my team was on the ball in terms of disarming, and I could have got myself killed very easily there. You never really want to run across a big open area like that. And I believe I'm going to go for it right here. Or maybe not. I'm going to pull out my rocket launcher and try to take out these tanks. And as you guys can see here, they are really using the tanks pretty heavily, which is what you need to do as the offensive team on Port Valdez. And I'm getting a lot of hit markers, a lot of assists. And right here, stupid, I don't know how I died. It just seems to me that I always get unlucky when I face people with pistols. For the most part, I'm pretty good with a pistol, but sometimes I just run into that odd guy that gets a lucky kill on me. I don't know. It happens. And again, using the rocket launcher here, pretty rinse and repeat in terms of gameplay here. Getting a lot of assist markers. There's nothing wrong with getting a lot of assists, mind you, but obviously I want the kills. But finally, right there. And I think I still got the assist. I still did not get credit for any of that. Again, my team did a very solid job. They did not get past this first planning area. So I guess kudos to my team. And right there, that little dumb shit kills me. Not too happy about that. And so that is pretty much going to do it. We hold off their last desperate attempt here. As you can see, their tickets are dwindling. And I get another assist here. This is another instance where I probably give my TV the middle finger because I wasn't getting any kills. But again, my team's pretty thorough. They do a great job of staying back because they had to. Again, playing to what's given to you on the map, playing to what the offensive team is doing. Again, being situationally aware of what's going on. And there's the carnage of all the tanks in the middle of the map that are taken out. But again, I could have rushed up here, but I chose not to because I was too exposed if I would have moved up. So again, I'm using cover here, and it worked well because, well, we won. So that's all that matters. We won. Decent game on my part. Not great, but decent game. And that is pretty much going to do it for this one. My next video is going to be a Modern Warfare 2 video with Black Ops thoughts, if you guys are curious to see that. So, that's it, guys. See you later.